So it's not just her. There was two. There was this one girl and then her best friend. And the best friend was like, whoa. She wrote this story that she said that I pulled her out of a car window or something and like forced myself upon her. But here's what happened with her. So this is these situations happen to you if you're desirable in LA. And unfortunately, so you have to be very careful. But so this woman showed up at my house after partying with IGN, and she went to a party with these IGN guys. And so she shows up, and she was like wasted, and she's like, "Oh, I need a place to stay. I can't drive." I'm like, "Well, you drove here, so how the fuck did you get here?"
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, "I just don't feel good." I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna get you an Uber and take you home, no problem." And she's like, "But how am I gonna get back in the morning?" I'm like, "I'll take you to your car." She's like, "I'm not gonna get into a car with a stranger in LA." I'm like, every woman in LA gets into an Uber. It's not a big deal, and you know that. She refused to leave. I was like, I'm gonna like this. This has happened to me a couple times, but I'm like, if you don't leave, I have to call the cops. So she's like crying, right? And so I'm like, I did call the cops, but then she was just she started bawling her eyes out. So I'm like, all right, sleep on the couch. So I tell her to sleep on the couch, and then she tells me she's afraid because it's not her house. So she wants to sleep in my bed. And this is a chick, I knew her, but she was fucked up after a party or whatever. And so she sleeps in my bed, and nothing happens physically at all. I just didn't realize I was putting myself into danger. She refused to sleep on the couch. She refused to take the Uber that I would pay for, and I would get her car, and nothing happened at all. And then she writes a story 3 years later. She's like, bro, this happened. Here's why I think she did that is because her friend who had schizophrenia told her that, this chick, she had some problems. Like all of her friends, she introduced me to her friends, and they would hang themselves from hooks from the ceiling, like in the movie the Cellar. I've told this story a lot, but
or The Last King of Scotland.
I don't know.
Or Hellraiser.
But they would literally hook themselves into their backs. So they have these massive scar holes. So they would like hang from the ceiling because that was their thing. I'm like, that's weird as shit. But
I'm not following how that leads to accusations about you. You think she said it because she knows her friend, but her friend hangs hooks, and I missed a step.
No. I think that she heard her friend that is schizophrenic say, "Well, I don't know what happened, but I remember hanging out with Toby because I was her friend." And she did tell me that it was like a guy that was kind of like a weird shady character in her apartment complex, and she felt kind of unsafe. So I'm like, "Hey, whenever you want, come over to my house." So this chick does come to my house, and I wasn't home. And so she like paces outside of my front door for 5 hours and puts a crayon letter in my mailbox. And it's like I have to read, it's like, "I love you, but I'm a lion and so are you, and you don't know it." And it's just this, like a crayon note. I've never seen anything like that.
Did you tell the one with the knife to come over whenever she wanted, or the one that slept in your bed?
The one with the knife. Yeah, she didn't have a knife when I told her.
Sure.
I had never seen anything like that. Her do anything like that. Good question. But no, she's the one that had the breakup, and the company stole her YouTube channel. Okay? So she's freaking out. She can't afford anything. I'm like, well, if anything happens, come over to my house. She lived right down the street, like a 20-minute walk, something like that. And but both of them would, come over to my house because they were my friends for a while, and they were best friends with each other. Anyway, so yeah. What else happened? Anyway, so the one who had the knife, I have no hate for, but the other one definitely, like, let's just assume that the one with the knife is insane. The other one is evil, intentionally evil. And she definitely lied because I never touched her at all. I was like, "Get out of my house," like constantly. And, but the other one, we never had a physical relationship at all either. So it's
they
like,
were both attractive, weren't they?
One of the one with the knife was attractive.
The one in your bed wasn't?
No.
Really? Because in my head, I had built this story where She got chance after chance after chance.
She's
people waving red
not
flags, and you're like, I can fix her.
No. I wasn't trying to fix her. I told her I didn't. I said I don't want to date you. We did go on one date, and one date.
See, this is back to the 30% gambling, right?
We went on a date.
Roll the dice.
And this was a person that I knew for a while, right? But we went on a date and ate sushi, and it was horrible. So I was like,
sushi
never gonna happen. I love sushi, but the date didn't work at all. And so I told her, I was like, I'm not gonna be interested in that kind of a thing with you. No offense, you're great, you're fun, but no, she's not. She's terrible.
So the only date you got was with the less attractive one?
You fucker. Yeah.
I think you're the fucker.
Damn it.
I read her manifesto.
No, so
it says it there explicitly.
No, we went on a date, and because it was like, she wanted to go on a date. She moved over to buy my house. She we met at a convention in Florida, and then 6 months later, something like that, she moved over to right down by my house, within a mile of my house. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'll introduce you to all my friends. And so I introduced her to all my friends, and she had nothing to do but sort of kind of, wiggle around and sow discord. But she would cause problems constantly, and she would only tell me horrible things about all of her friends, right? So this is a big red flag. So she was talking smack about all these people that she loved in person, but she's like, oh, this guy, he's he smacked my ass or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, don't hang out with him anymore. And she's like, well, and she, didn't matter. This happened a couple of times. So there's another instance of a girl that I dated that loved this guy who R'd her, right? And according to her. And so we went to this party. This is a girl. She was amazing. I love this girl. She was so cool. But we go to this his birthday party, and he's this very famous guy in Hollywood, huge family, massive. And he's just now getting uncanceled, and he's getting back into it. Good for him. I'm not saying I trust her, but because I've seen her lie before. But we go to this party, his party, and this terrified me. So we go to this party, and so she says, so he made her say a password. Everybody got a password. Okay.
Okay.
This is a guy. He has a massive, cool house. He was a fun guy. He's crazy. He went to the asylum for 4 years. He was a crazy guy.
His name rhymes with Sea Kitty.
No,
okay.
it doesn't. But anyway, so he tells her password to get in the party, and the password was grab the counter, something like that, or grab the counter, bitch, something like that. And this is what he told her before he R'd her, according to her. So her password to get into his party was grab the counter, bitch. And she said it to him, and we go in, and she starts crying. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, well, he made me say the password for what he did to me, the thing that he said before he did this to me as a password. And I'm like, why are we at his birthday party? Why do you want to hang out with this fucking guy? And she's like, well, he can't help it. And so at that point I was like, that's not something I would do. And at that point I was like, yeah, okay. So this is either, she's got bad judgment. It's not for me. Or maybe she's
you wouldn't
making
do
it
that
up.
because once someone reveals themselves to be criminally inappropriate, you excommunicate them.
Yes.
Right.
So this guy comes out and attacks me after this schizophrenic lady comes out against me. He comes out and attacks me. He's like, oh, this fucking guy. And I'm like, I heard everything about this dude. I didn't come out at him because I'm like, it's for her to do it. And she never did. But then a bunch of other girls did. And so you got canceled for a little bit. But apparently that only lasts a couple of years, and then you're fine. And so
is this person, would we know his name? If we heard it, would we recognize
probably
his name? Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, it's not like I know for a fact that she was telling the truth. So I'm not sure what I should do in this situation. But he's a brilliant guy, but he's a crazy person. Women have come to me once my thing happened. They came to me and they would talk to me about him. And they're like, yeah, so this happened to him. And then he had to go to asylum for 4 years. And this is a girl that has, what's it called? Not bipolar, but like worse than that. Or not, what's it called?
Borderline personality?
Yes, BPD, yes.
Mhm.
Borderline personality. So, she was a nice lady. And she told me about it. And she was just, she wasn't crying or anything. She was just like, so this is what happened. It was a long time before, I guess. And she's like, he's kind of crazy.
What was the fallout from the accusations, and how were you able to clear your name or try to recover?
Well, people sort of cleared my name pretty quick, because it's like, well, people, will always believe what they want to believe. But the girl that, I didn't even know that this was going to happen. I thought it was a crazy girl having an outbreak, and I never was going to talk about it at all. This girl had a mental thing happen, right? And years later, she posts something that's just like, it's like, I woke up and I don't remember what happened. And Tobuscus, was basically, said that I was the guy that did something to her. But that's not the case at all, of course. But the fact that she said it blew my mind. Like, I didn't even know who it was, because someone told me, like, I can't believe this girl said this about her. You need to sue her. I'm like, who? Like, what the hell happened? My ex-girlfriend, she messaged me, like, you need to sue this chick. And turns out I was told not to. At this point, I think I would, but I was told not to, because it's like, well, it's going to look like a white guy bullying a woman, a white powerful guy bullying a lady or whatever. And so I was like, all right, fine. And so I didn't. But yeah, so I found out who it was, like, and I was mind blown. Because when something doesn't happen, how the hell am I going to know who the hell it even was? And so I read it. I read part of it, like the first 2 sentences, and I was like, okay, I can't do this. It was like, he pulled me out of his window of his car. It was absolutely insane. Nothing ever happened at all in my life that was violent at all. Anyway, so I had my buddy read it and summarize it for me, because I'm like, I'm not going to read this. It seemed like it was written by like an 8-year-old or something. She was like, she hired some like idiot to write her post. But it's just terrible. Like, because I couldn't. It was a heartbreaking moment, right? But so anyways, so what happened after that? I hired the best PR team in the world. They had a TV show made about them called PR or something. I don't know. Anyway,
PR.
It was something like that. But the best team, right? And they're like, here's what you do. Don't say anything or you'll be screwed. And I'm like, okay. So I made a video. I was like, yeah, this didn't happen. But I was like really upset. They're like, yeah, post one statement video. And I was like losing my mind at the time. Because I was stabbed. I was basically murdered in the public eye. That's what I felt like. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then she's like, don't look at it. And then months later, she's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't ever do entertainment again. You should never make a joke ever again about this situation, because it's going to look very, insensitive. And at the time, I'm like, damn, this is evil. This feels evil.